Hey Cootie Crew, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are welcome back to my channel. Today we finally get to celebrate the stretch to a double zero. I stretched them about a month ago, and I know that's what you guys want to see, so we'll get right to that first. In case you missed it, my last stretch, I actually stretched from a 8 to a 9 millimeter. The size difference from a 0 to a double zero is 2 millimeters, which was a really big jump. So instead, I got some glass 9 millimeter plugs and just went from 0 to those plugs instead. That meant that I only had to jump 1 millimeter from the 9 millimeter to these double zeros here. My usual PSA on the topic is listen to your ears and don't force anything. You don't want this process to be painful.
Nothing new to my stretching process, so I had just soaked my ears and give them a quick massage. Then I rub coconut oil onto my lobes and the taper, and you can see it catches on that like little beveled edge, and then I just need to apply pressure right here, and then it slides the rest of the way through. On this ear, it felt basically like nothing, which is great, which is what we want. We want it to be painless and very smooth to stretch. Then I also put some coconut oil onto the jewelry and used the end of the plug to push out the taper. Same thing on the second ear, although you can see for this one I have to apply pressure for a few seconds before it finally finishes stretching. And for that one, it was also painless. It just felt a little tight around the taper. And same thing, put the plug in, and I was all done. And a reminder to clean your plugs, your tapers, and your hands all before you start this process.
I followed my normal routine after stretching them, which is just to give them the sea salt soaks. Although this time I didn't take them out and clean them every day. I've only been doing it every few days. And so far they've been totally fine. So I think previously I was just being a little excessive by cleaning them every day. And a previous comment, like videos and videos ago, someone had said, hey, don't take them out every day. It's probably bothering your ears for you to be like obsessively cleaning them and washing them and everything every day.
Following that advice, my ears did seem calmer during those initial few weeks of healing.
So here's what they look like right now. See, not in terrible shape, but the inside does get red when I take them out and stuff. Like initially it's not, and then it just kind of turns red. And it looks kind of like scarring, which again, like I didn't have a blowout and like was being super patient and never had any issues stretching them. So if it is scarring, I'm really confused and upset. Like they feel totally fine, but as I mentioned in my last update, I found out that they were getting super irritated and I was stretching them when probably I shouldn't have. Yeah, so they could definitely look happier, which is why I'm gonna take my time here at this stage and get them to be really super happy. So when I last left off on this whole journey, I had been giving my ears some TLC because they looked weird. Found out that they were irritated by metal and that I had been stretching them while they were irritated, which is not what you should be doing. So you already saw them go from this to this, which was really great because I was really concerned that they started to look so weird. I've gotten myself some handy dandy stuff like this stretching balm. So up until now I've been using coconut oil just because the stretching balm is actually made for stretching your ears. So I figure it's better for my ears than the coconut oil. So that's what I will be using from now on. I'm going to keep up with the sea salt soaks longer than I typically do. And finally, I'll be using some vitamin E oil to massage my ears. So when I was at a 9 millimeter, I was massaging them as part of the get well soon process. And it did wonders, but I was using coconut oil, and vitamin E oil is just made for helping your skin. But if you guys have any more tips on that topic, or if you're looking at my ears and you're like, oh, I had that issue and here's how I fixed it, please, like always, comments. For everyone who's been following along on this ear stretching journey, one, you're awesome. Thank you. And two, you've probably seen in the comments or heard me mention it in videos, but 00 was my initial goal size. So really all that means was that I was going to get to 00 and see if I wanted to stretch any larger. And no surprise to myself, but maybe surprise to you, I decided I'm going to stretch to a 1/2 inch. So that's only a couple millimeters larger than the 00 size, which is what I have right now. With that said, I am going to be at a 00 for quite a while. Yeah, I will continue to keep you guys updated with my ear stretching from here on out to a 1/2 inch. I also plan to make a video just kind of in summary of everything from when I started up until this point now at the 00, because you've probably already seen on my channel, I tried so many things along the way just to kind of figure out what was working and what wasn't working. I am just so stoked to finally have hit 00. Like, it feels like it's taken forever to get here because I've been taking it so slow with my ears. But we're here and it feels awesome. Basically, mostly seen me in those plain glass plugs or plain tunnels like this. And I have some different types of jewelry that I want to try out. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching and for the support so far. As always, if you have tips or want to share experience or feedback on anything, please leave that in the comments because this is a learning space for everybody here and also for me. If this was useful for you, please give me a thumbs up. Check out the other videos I have on my channel if you're new here and you want to get updated on my ear stretching journey up to this point. I have a whole playlist of those videos. And if you want to stay tuned for future videos, please subscribe.